I just found out right now my friend Alex Pouncer was put in the hospital after he was recording today's incident. He was stun-gunned and pepper sprayed by the police. And then after all that, protesters threw bottles and beat him up for filming. These are just some of the occupational hazards we have to deal with here on the ground. I'm with Alex now, and luckily he got out the hospital and he's doing a little bit better now. But what happened?
4 concussion grenades went off right next to my head. I was dizzy. Then I was engulfed in many canisters of tear gas and I couldn't see. Then I started getting hit with rocks all around me. Then they came at me with their big wooden sticks and metal poles, started beating me. Other journalists came to my rescue, pulled me off to the side away from the mob.
Anarchist, right?
The anarchist, yes. And then after that, I had to leave by ambulance, and I went to the hospital, and I left against the doctor's orders.
Oh, you crazy son of...
And we're here, and now we're about to go some more clashes and film, and it's all going to happen again. That's what we do for journalism.
Crazy son of a gun. But I would probably end up doing the same thing. Definitely follow him on Twitter, Alex Pouncer. We're going to be doing more reporting tonight, so stay tuned. Thinking about it, no, I would not do the same thing as Alex did. Bro, go to the hospital, please. I
need to, but I refuse.
No. This guy's here got some amazing drone footage. I seriously need a staff. Our day here a little bit later. We're by the Acropolis. We just heard some action may be taking place here with protesters. This is also where press needs to register for the big vote tomorrow. I also want to convey how difficult it is for journalists to actually cover this story. Number one, there's a huge language barrier. Number two, the Greeks really dislike Americans. And three, everything is all over the place. Chaotic would be a compliment to the situation on the ground here from what we're hearing and what we're seeing. Which is why you're probably not seeing any major mainstream news coverage of what's really happening here on the ground. Journalists actually have to work here really hard to get a story. The elites and the old political party with the mainstream media are all favoring for the yes vote, which means a lot of people distrust any media. I actually talked to journalists here on the ground and they're admittingly saying yes, we are for the yes vote. If you look at local coverage here, they give the majority of their coverage to the yes vote. The yes vote is to agree with the IMF and EU terms. The problem is, no one really knows exactly what those terms are. Now, because the media has been so skewed against the no side, there's actually a specific protest happening right now just against the mainstream media. Alex told me about it. What are we expecting here?
We're expecting clashes. We're expecting a lot of violence. They're not happy with the way media's been reporting on Greece. And so now they have their chance to speak out, and as you see behind us, the police are well aware of what's about to happen.
Right now the crowds are gathering here slowly. Everyone's making their way here where the mainstream media is located. As you can see, there's a bunch of riot cops here and also all over. Obviously the protest here is very peaceful, but tensions are very high, including with the riot police standing behind me. People are just here spray painting. Screw the media. Right where the media is located. Right now, we are inside the press center where all the major announcements about the voting will go down tomorrow. We've got our press credential and we're ready to go here. This is where all the journalists will be propagating tomorrow. And this is going to be the central location for all the news coming out. What's a press center without free food and cookies? Oh, I'm taking some of these. Not as luxurious as the G7, but this will do. In just a few hours, the fate of this country will be determined by public vote. Will they stay with the IMF and EU, or will they tell them to bug off? I'm guessing no. Just yesterday, there was 40,000 people here saying no. A few blocks away, there was about 10,000 saying yes. People that are saying no are saying that they're sick of the austerity, they're sick of paying for the past government's mistakes, and they don't want to do anything with those IMF crack loans that they were dealt. With the IMF crack loans, people are asked to cut their wages and pensions. The people saying no are saying that they're barely surviving at all on the income that they get now. Surprising is that there's barely any mention of how corrupt the IMF is, and no mention at all about how Goldman Sachs actually pumped and dumped this country. If you really want to understand what's happening to this country, read Economic Hitman by John Perkins, because there's a reason the EU is saying there's going to be Armageddon if these people vote no. I hope you found this video helpful and informative. If you did, click the like and subscribe button because I'm not seeing any of these reports in the mainstream media. I also want to thank everyone who's donating and contributing, making this news organization possible and totally free of any corporate or government influence. Without you, I wouldn't be here. And especially those Bitcoin micropayments, I really, really appreciate those. It usually means a lot more than $1, which is probably going to collapse too soon.